In this video, we're going to show some of the different adaptions, such as adaptive joysticks and switches, that are compatible with some of the different adaptive controllers that allow someone to create a customized setup when setting up their adaptive gaming equipment. Here we have the zigzag joystick from One Switch. The zigzag joystick has a very similar feel to that on a power wheelchair joystick, and in fact it uses a very similar base at the bottom to that on a power wheelchair, so it'll have a very similar feel to it. It has multiple different joystick toppers on it that you can get, including a T-bar topper, a golf ball shaped round topper, or a knob shaped topper similar to that on a standard power wheelchair joystick. It has very good resistance to it, and it is very durable. However, it is a little bit more expensive compared to the other adaptive controllers or joysticks that are available, but it is much more durable compared to some of these other joysticks. Here we have some of the different options from 7 Mile Mountain. This is the power joystick from 7 Mile Mountain. This uses a joystick base that is similar to that on a standard gaming controller, so it has a fairly good responsiveness and feel to it, and has a joystick topper similar to that on a standard power wheelchair joystick. So it's good for someone who might use this as their power wheelchair controller, or can access this type of joystick with the top of their hand, their fingers, or the palm of their hand. Here we have a touchpad joystick. So the person can simply press with their finger on the touchpad, and this will control movement of the joystick in the game. This one senses just simply pressure, so a person can use any part of their hand, including their fingernail, and move it on the touchpad, and this will control joystick movement in the game. And then finally, this is the palm joystick from 7 Mile Mountain, and has a round shaped top on it that the person can access with the side of their hand, the palm of their hand, or another part of their body. It is a very smooth top, so it might be a little slippery for some users, but you can add something to the top to help the person grip it. And then finally, here are some different joysticks that are available through the company Designs by Grier. This is the ball joystick that uses a standard joystick base that has fairly good responsiveness. This one has a ball topper, but you can also get one with a T-bar topper similar to this one here for someone who might want to rest their hand on the joystick and use it. This is the dome joystick from Designs by Grier that has a similar topper compared to that from the one from 7 Mile Mountain. And once again, the person can use the side of their hand or the palm of their hand to access this. And the joystick in the inside is similar to that on a standard controller. So it has really good responsiveness for gaming. For adaptive switches, Designs by Grier sells a 4-button adaptive switch box that contains 4 arcade-style buttons on the surface. They also sell one that's oriented within a row that has 4 switches across. So this is a good option for someone who might need to access multiple switches when gaming. However, one drawback of this is you can't really reorient the switches and arrange them for the user. So this type of orientation will have to work in their gaming setup. If you want to customize different switches, you can get the Logitech Adaptive Gaming Kit. And the Logitech Adaptive Gaming Kit comes with 4 styles of switches, including a large round-shaped switch, a small round-shaped switch, a small micro-light switch, and a switch that has proportional control, so it's good for the triggers on the controller, because as you push it in more, it'll activate more of the trigger. So here we went over some of the different adaptions that are currently available from different adaptive gaming companies. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to show some of these different adaptions in action, playing games with the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Finally, one important note when determining the adaptive joysticks that'll work best for an individual with their gaming setup is that you need to consider whether these adaptive joysticks will be compatible with the current adaptive controller that they're using. Please note that the USB joysticks are only compatible with either the Xbox adaptive controller or the quad stick, and the USB joysticks do not currently work with the PlayStation Access controller. If you want to use a USB joystick with a PlayStation Access controller, you'll need to get a special adapter that's available from the company OneSwitch. The PlayStation Access controller is currently only compatible with the joysticks that have a 3.5mm stereo jack, such as the one shown here that looks similar to a headphone cord. These joysticks are also compatible with the Xbox adaptive controller, so the ones with the 3.5mm stereo jack will also work with the Xbox adaptive controller as well. So make sure that you choose a joystick that's compatible with the specific adaptive controller that the person is using.